Let me be brutally honest with you guys right out of the gate. There was a time not too long ago when I genuinely believed that Anurag Kashyap was untouchable. To me, he wasn't just a director, he was one of the absolute greatest filmmakers in modern Indian cinema. I was a massive fanboy. If you hung around any cinephile circles, his name was treated with sheer reverence. Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are all doing great. Today we need to have a serious conversation about a director who defined a generation of cinema, lost his way, and might have just found his way back. Let's rewind a bit. Kashyap used to be huge. But here's the big but. Over time something shifted. As the years went by, his work started to feel different. He became increasingly bitter, deeply cynical, and it bled heavily into his storytelling. Just like some of the other undisputed greats of Indian cinema, it felt like he had completely lost his mojo. Honestly, I started comparing his trajectory to Ram Gopal Verma. I thought he was lost in his own echo chamber and there was simply no coming back. He had climbed to the absolute peak of the mountain, revolutionized raw filmmaking, and then tumbled all the way down. I thought he wouldn't survive the fall. It got to a point where I actively stopped watching his films. Think about that. There was an era where I would watch his movies on an endless loop, discovering new details every time. But today I haven't seen a lot of his recent stuff. To be perfectly transparent, I can't even name half of them because I completely lost track of what the heck he has been doing over these past few years. But then the trailer for Bandar dropped. I clicked on it with zero expectations, but by the time it finished, I was sitting up in my chair. Finally, after all this time and all those misfires, I can confidently say, Anurag absolutely Kashyap is back. The GOAT has returned. He is back, boys, and he has brought that signature gritty flavor with him. This is exactly the kind of story that thrives in Kashyap's hand. He operates best when he is acting as a mirror to society. Cinema at its core is a reflection of who we are, and showing us our ugliest, most uncomfortable truths is what Anurag Kashyap cinema is fundamentally all about. So let's talk about what Bandar is actually dealing with. The core of the film centers around a guy who gets falsely implicated in a rape case. It's a heavy, sensitive topic, but it touches upon a terrifying reality of the modern world. We live in a society where the court of public opinions moves faster than the actual courts. An accusation is made and instantly, the accused is branded a monster before the trial even begins. Everyone is so quick to point fingers, assign blame, and pass judgment without knowing a single shred of the actual truth. It is a harsh, brutal reality, and frankly, it doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. Now, let me be clear, and I think the film is trying to say this too. No one is claiming that all men are saints and that all women are evil. Not at all. Historically, women have suffered immensely, and they have fought hard to have their voices heard and to gain the upper hand in seeking justice. But the tragic fallout of our current system is a complete deficit of trust. Because of the manipulative actions of few individuals, both men and women, nobody trusts anyone anymore. The water is entirely muddied. Bandar looks perfectly poised to shine a glaring spotlight on this very issue. However, this is a film by Anurag Kashyap. The man does not do simple. There is always a layer beneath the surface. If you paid close attention to the trailer, there is a massive clue. There is a specific dialogue where the lady looks at him and says, I'll make you famous and you will be on the front page of every newspaper. That line right there changes the whole dynamic. It introduces this wild, compelling possibility. What if they both planned this? What if this entire accusation is a calculated PR stunt? In today's twisted media landscape, negative publicity is infinitely better than no publicity at all. This feels like a direct, biting commentary on today's era of social media. We live in a time where influencers and creators will literally do anything to stay in the limelight. They will cross any moral boundary just for views, clicks, and relevance. We see creators getting cancelled for sharing a slightly controversial opinion, and within minutes, 100 other creators jump on the bandwagon to tear them down, not because they care about the issue, but to milk the drama for their own engagement. In that sense, the title Bandar might just be a brilliant metaphor for social media influencers and public figures, dancing for the public, performing for the gallery, and doing whatever it takes to keep the audience watching. The trailer looks incredibly well made, but we have to talk about the absolute best part of this whole project, Bobby Deol. Let's look at Bobby's recent trajectory. After the monstrous success of Sandeep Reddy Vanga's Animal, Bobby Deol was sitting in a golden position. But I firmly believe he failed to fully capitalize on that massive wave of momentum. Don't get me wrong, he did Ashram and was absolutely fabulous in it, but that was before Animal completely changed his market value. Post Animal, he signed a lot of projects and has been working continuously, which is great. But honestly, none of those subsequent roles felt truly impactful. They don't have that bite. I have no idea how much money Bandar is going to pull in at the box office. It might be a blockbuster or it might be a niche hit, but creatively, this is going to be phenomenal for Bobby Deol. I think Bandar is the exact film that will put him right back in the center of the cultural conversation. I'm genuinely happy he took on some commercial projects to secure the bag. Everybody needs to survive, and Lord Bobby deserves every single suitcase of money coming his way. But Bandar is going to give him the sheer critical recognition and artistic respect that every true actor craves. I can see a lot of heart in this film, and it promises to be a very hard-hitting cinematic experience. Bobby Deol is a phenomenal actor, but he needs to be molded by the right hands. He needs to exclusively collaborate with visionary directors like Anurag Kashyap, Sandeep Reddy Vanga, and Prashant Neel. Hell, maybe someday even S.S. Rajamouli. I'd even love to see him step into Malayalam cinema for a film or two. The man just needs a rock-solid story and a director who knows how to use his immense screen presence. Bandar is officially hitting theatres on June 5th. Given Kashyap's recent track record, I don't know exactly how many screens it will manage to secure, and I know a lot of his old fans have packed up and moved on, but this video is my small effort to get the word out. I want people to know about Anurag Kashyap's upcoming film because it genuinely looks incredibly promising and it deserves an audience. So those were my thoughts on Bandar trailer, but I want to turn it over to you guys. What are your thoughts on this? Are you excited to see Lord Bobby in this gritty avatar? Are you looking forward to watching it, or have you just stopped caring about Anurag Kashyap altogether? Let me know down below in the comments. I'll be reading them. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that like button and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives and movie discussions. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch and have a fantastic day. Bye.